Alright guys and girls, welcome to this week's weekly reading for June 10th through June 16th. We're going to do it a little bit different. I mean, the same, but I just don't have the cards pulled yet. So we're going to pull now as we go along. And then I'll show you the pile and then you can pick from there. So let's hop right into it. We have a full moon coming up on the 17th. So if you would like your full moon reading, let me know and you can get that booked for $33.88. All right. Cards are already jumping out. Calm down, fairies. Wait a minute. All right. Fairies. What does group 1 need to know for this week, June 10th through 16th? Oh, 2 cards came out. All right, what does group 2 need to know? All right, fairies. Let's get some order. What does group 2 need to know for the week of June 10th through June 16th? Cool. What does group 3 need to know for the week of June 10th through June 16th? Everybody got 2 cards that came out. Let's leave it like this and let's go ahead and pick, and then we'll pull the oracles. Just like that. Just doing it how I feel led. All right, here we go, guys. Oh crap. Hopefully the camera flips that around right. Dang, I should have tested it out. Anyway, we got group 1 with the citrine, group 2 with the clear quartz, and group 3 with the cornelian. So take a moment, take a few deep breaths, ask Spirit what message is for you. Connect to it, feel it, pick the one that you're drawn to. Okay. If you haven't made a selection yet, just pause the video and make your selection. Again, this is a general reading, guys, so pick up on the messages that stick, the messages that you feel drawn to. And if it doesn't resonate, let me move that. Just leave it where it's set, because it's general. So when it's general, it's like this is a message for all of the viewers. So I pick up on different messages and different energies, and I don't necessarily channel, quote unquote. You call it what you want, I guess. But sometimes I do hear like that certain ancestors are present sometimes. So different people's guides and ancestors may have additional insight. So if you pick, a certain pile and the whole thing doesn't resonate or make sense to you, then that's perfectly normal. Take the message that resonates with you. All right. But let's get into it. Group number 1. What was 2? Yeah, that was 2. This is 3. Okay. Group number 1, you have the citrine, the beautiful citrine. And you have the Knave of Pentacles for this week with, look at this beautifulness, the Magician. The Magician is he's number 1 in the deck. There's also a 0 too, the Fool, but he's number 1, and he is what I feel, the energy that I feel from this is that in this particular reading, he's on a journey of self-awareness, understanding himself or herself on a deeper level. And what I mean by that is you're fully embracing, tapping into, and picking up on your abilities and your resourcefulness to transition and to shift. A lot of you who picked number 1 this week, You probably have a lot of ideas, like there's multiple things that you want to do and multiple things that you want to accomplish. And the beautiful thing is that you can accomplish it. You can reach your financial goals. A lot of times, like, we grow up in families who didn't necessarily set us up for success. And that's no one's fault, because you know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times our parents did what their parents did, and their parents did what their parents did, and that's just the way that it was. So then we have this new generation of people, of children, of thinkers who are trying to break the cycle and introduce something new. And it can be a bit challenging sometimes for us. As we're learning and receiving, and all of this energy is coming in these thoughts, and we're trying to figure out how to do it and how to juggle it. But what we have to do always is center and ground ourselves and utilize that spiritual help from spiritual sources, our spiritual beings, our spiritual guides, our spiritual guardian angels, our ancestors, the ascended masters, the fairies, as in this reading. So we have to utilize those spiritual tools to help guide us along the way. So yeah, you're the person who you're trying to break the cycle. You're trying to follow a path that you haven't really seen done before, as far as like the immediate people around you, or like your immediate family. And if someone in your family has followed a similar path, then it's probably just like one person or one generation before. It's not like deeply rooted. So it can be challenging. So this card is asking you to this week tap into that resourcefulness that comes from above, that comes from a spiritual place. The Knave of Pentacles is a message about finance and abundance. And I'm hearing a lot of things, a lot of small things that's probably like for different people. I'm hearing joy, I'm hearing happiness, I'm hearing healthiness, fruitfulness. So that's what this card is bringing you. That's the energy that this card is bringing. And these are your desires. These are the things that you are seeking at this time, number ones. And you're having maybe a bit of difficulty committing to connecting the dots, right? Committing to get into the journey, because as we're journeying through, because we haven't seen it done or duplicated, when it gets challenging, it can be overwhelming. And when it gets overwhelming, we can press pause. When we press pause, we stay paused too long. There's nothing wrong with pressing pause to take a rest, to take a nap, to take a breather, to reflect, to analyze. But then you got to get back on with it. You have to press pause, fill your cup back up spiritually, and then continue on. You got to do that work of receiving the inspired action to move forward. That's very important. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just that when you press pause, how can, even when you are paused, how can you still be productive? So you may not necessarily be busy, but it can still be a productive pause. That'll preach. Come on now, productive pause. So that's how you master being resourceful, understanding where the source lies. So when you press pause, you go inward and you receive messages from your guardian angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors. And you say, well, how do I do that, Jazz? Well, I mean, there's so many ways, but first is being willing to do that, being open to hear. Because if you're angry, you're frustrated, you're tired, you're burnt out, your ears are definitely closed. Your third eye is probably closed. Your crown chakra is closed. So you have to open that up. But you got to create space to do that in meditation. Do some meditations with your chakras to open them up. Do some grounding meditations to calm yourself, relax yourself, and to connect to Mother Nature. Get out, take walks. So you have to get into a centered state so that you can receive the information. Journaling is one of my favorite ways to receive information from the other side, if you will. And whoever I want to connect with, it's my spirit guides, my guardian angels, my ancestors. If it's a particular angel, the angel of knowledge, the angel of healing, whatever, whoever it is, I always write that at the top of my page. Angel of knowledge, I welcome you to write through me now. And I just let the words flow. I don't think about it. I just let the words flow. So you have to be able to be willing to do those exercises with the intention to hear and receive. Not like let me try this out because Jazz said it. I'm kind of skeptical, but we're going to see what she's talking about. Because then you're going in it with the intention to prove or disprove. Right? So then the energy is already off from the start. So check your intentions. Check your intentions before you begin any type of spiritual work this week. But it's about gathering your resources. You have it. You have it. You are this magician. You are resourceful. You can juggle multiple things. You can accomplish it all. You can accomplish your financial abundant state with this fresh energy that this Knave of Pentacles is on. This is the Knave in the deck. They're like the young ones, right? So it's like the new beginning of something. So there's some new ideas that you have that you need to start to implement on, and you can do it because you're resourceful. So some ideas are fresh. They're coming to you now fresh. Maybe you're hesitating a bit, but you have what it takes to see these things through. So this week, take that productive pause to gather that information for yourself, to gather your resources, and then get on with this abundance, this health, this joy, this happiness. All right, number ones. Oh, you know what? Let's see if we can pull an oracle for y'all. Number ones. What messages do you have for group number one, Fairies? Both of these, my tarot deck and my oracle deck, is fairy decks. What message do you have for number ones? Beautiful fairies. Healing, healed, healer. Healing energy surrounds you in this situation. This is speaking about the complications that you feel on the journey. Again, the frustration, the anxiety, feeling overwhelmed. Like I have these ideas, but I just cannot stay committed to connecting the dots. I get burned out. I get weak. I pause and I stay paused. And I allow that pause to send me on a downward spiral. It's over for that, right? Like, you have the power. You have the resources. You can create the momentum to create the shift. And it's saying to you, I'm with you. I'm here for you. I'm healing that. I'm giving you new information. I'm giving you new energy. I'm pushing it on you. But we also have free will. So we can accept it and receive it. Even now as I'm speaking to you, you can receive this new wave of energy, or you can allow it to pass you by. The choice is yours. But the energy is there and it is present. The spirits, the ancestors, the guardian angels, they are there helping you, supporting you, uplifting you right now at this time. So this week, truly maximize on that. Like, June is going to be very shifting for a lot of us. We're going to open ourselves up to more flow this month for a lot of us. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm capitalizing on it. Okay? All right, number ones. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Like the video. Leave a comment below. And I would greatly appreciate you. All right. Number twos. You got the clear quartz. Let's see what you have. Oh, wow. Look at this strong and powerfulness. You got the Devil. And you got the Tower. Major transition. Major transition. Major tearing down of old patterns. I'm hearing manipulative behavior. And this could be someone manipulating you. Or this could be you as the manipulator. As this sort of behavior that you may possess, or the sort of behavior, again, that you allow. And the strongholds on that is being torn down for you this week. So on the one hand, for about half of you, this is positive because you're going to feel like you're getting your freedom back. And on the other hand, for those of you who are the manipulators, you just got to be honest with yourself. It could feel as though your power has been taken away, but it's not. It is shifting you into a better individual, into a more whole individual, into an individual who is in harmony with him or herself, in harmony with life, that oneness, the positive energy that comes up from the earth and come down from the universe. You're going to step into that if you allow it. If you resist this change, if you resist this tower moment, you're going to find that it'll be much more difficult. This is not a negative message. Take it how you will, but it's not a negative message. Because whatever this is that is being broken for you right now this week, I mean, it's only relief on the other side. It's only freedom and a sigh of relief and an exhale on the other side. So this week, some strongholds are being destroyed for you. For some of you, I feel like there's some people in your life who did not have the best intentions. And some of you are straight up walking away. Some of you this week, you are accepting truth. You're accepting things for the way that they are being presented to you. Not for the magical fairy tale that you have in your mind, but the actual truth of what it is. And you are strong enough to handle it and to see it as the positive message that it is. Because the life is all about, let me tell you, life can throw you some curveballs, some tricks, and some surprises. But perspective is key. When you're able to gather perspective on something, the quicker you can do that, the happier you'll be. So even if it's something negative, even if it's something annoying, when you can gather full perspective around it, you're at peace instantly. Instantly. I don't care what it is. Your car broke down. The quicker you can gather perspective, the quicker you can get to gratitude. Well, dang, my car broke down. However, I'm so thankful that I have the money to pay for it. Right? If that's just a scenario. My car broke down. I can't make it to blah, blah, blah. But dang, you know what? I've been so tired. I've been needing a rest. I've been needing to press pause. I've been wanting to read this spiritual book. Whatever the case may be. Now you have that time for that. So what seems like doom and gloom is actually space for positivity and growth and expansion. So the quicker you can gather perspective around anything that seems to be doom and gloom, the quicker you'll be peaceful and happier. So for you this week, there may be moments of doom and quote unquote gloom, but you got to gather that perspective. You got to see it for the positive reason that it is presenting itself in your life. For some of you, it's been hard. Whatever this stronghold is, it's been hard for you to release it. For some of you, it could be addiction, any kind of addiction. But you know it's for the better for you to release it. And if you don't, if you fight it, it's probably 9 times out of 10 gonna happen anyway. Yeah, so you have both of these are 2 major arcana cards. These are like repeating cycles for you. These are the things that you just can't quite seem to grasp or let go or to deal with. And this week is gonna show up for you. It's okay though. I'm telling y'all, do not fret about this. Do not worry. Do not throw yourself into a further downward spiral, because this is a positive message. Gather your perspective. As I'm telling you, gather your perspective now on it. Faeries, what messages do you have for group 2? What messages do you have for group 2? Connect with nature. Any other messages for group 2? Children. Assertiveness on the bottom. If you feel anything from that, take it. You got children and you got connect with nature. Connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. For a lot of you, whether you're on the East Coast or West Coast, it's hot right now. Get outside. Do not, as these situations are happening and coming up to the surface, I'm telling you, do not get into a downward spiral about this. Let it go. Let it go. Breathe. Go smell some flowers. Go to a flower garden. Go to a flower shop. Purchase some fresh flowers. Get you some essential oils. Things from the earth. Maybe a little marijuana if you're into that. But connect with nature and to aid yourself into this newness and this freshness that this tower moment is going to bring for you. It's going to be a sigh of relief, right? So help yourself through that process by getting outside, taking walks, taking it slow, processing, gathering perspective. You gather perspective out in nature. However that relates to you and however you can fit it into your life this week. If you can go to the park, go to the park. If you can go to the beach, go to the beach. If you can take a walk around your neighborhood, do that. If you can go purchase fresh flowers, do that. If you can purchase some essential oils, do that. If you can't do any of that for some reason, put up an image of nature on your phone, on your wallpaper this week, so that every time you look down, you see nature, you see greenery. You're reminded of freshness and of growth. And then you got children. So for some of you, as you're going through this tower moment, lean on your children. Children are a blessing. They're so innocent. When you watch them and you study them, I mean, they say the darndest things. They do the darndest things. But they're also messengers. Children are wise, especially nowadays. So if you're feeling down, you're feeling depleted, connect with children, connect with youth. If you don't have children, especially if you have children of your own, but if you don't, take your niece out for ice cream this week. Take your nephew out for ice cream this week. Go volunteer at a children's shelter this week. But be around that youthful energy so that you can spark joy again. Anytime I volunteer at a children's shelter, I walk away feeling the most joyous ever and the most grateful ever. Their willingness to give and to play and to share and to laugh. I mean, you have no choice but to leave uplifted. So as you're going through this, don't stay there. Do not stay down. Do not linger in that space. Rejuvenate yourself. Find a new spark of joy this week, okay? Let me see something. I think that's all, but one moment. Let me just make sure. This is not meant to destroy you, okay? For some of you, because I feel like some of you are feeling a bit of anxiety, it is not meant to destroy you. You got to change your perspective. It is only meant to birth you into the newness that Spirit has for you. And it's what you want. It's what you desire. So get on with it. And you'll be all right. Okay. Number 3s. Let's see what magicalness you have this week. You have the Cornelian. You can look it up. See what it's all about. Okay. You got the Hanged Fae. And you got the Two of Swords. Okay. One major and the Two of Swords. Somebody. Okay, I'm picking up on a lot of things. Be patient with me because I'm feeling like the first thing I'm feeling is that somebody is in like a blind love. And what I mean by that is you're in a tricky relationship. This could even be a business partnership. And you need to open up to the truth. You need to change your perspective and see it well-roundedly. And then for some of you too, along with that, I feel like you have allowed the love. I don't want to say love because love is like this positive thing, but you've allowed the emotions and the lustfulness and the dream. You know how you get into something new and for a moment you just simply focused on that. And while it's a beautiful thing, you got to shift. You got to get to the business, you know. And for some of you, you're sort of neglecting other areas of your life because you're just caught up in the moment. It's like, woo, right? And so you need to gather full perspective. You need to shift your focus a bit. It's okay. It's okay to find something new, but it's about balance, right? Like, something else is important as well. So you see in this card, you have these two people. You have the Two of Swords, but you can see in the background this castle, but they're not facing the castle, right? So you need to shift. You need to face the castle, and you can do it with the person. And that's the conversation that you need to have, because if you can't do it with the person, then that's something that needs to shift. But if you guys can grow together, then that makes it all the better, right? But you have to assess that for yourself this week. Does your relationship support your growth in other areas? That's the conversation that you need to have with yourself as well as your partner or your business partner, if this resonates with you more on just a business level. Let's see what else we're picking up on. For some of you, it's just decision. You're deciding. For some of you, you're deciding love and business. For others of you, you're trying to figure out options. I don't know what that is in here, flying around. You are trying to explore your options. Go with follow your intuition. Do not make the decision based out of fear. For some of you, got to make a decision this week. Don't make it out of fear. Make it out of flow, perspective, heart, intuition. This person is not moving out of fear. This person is literally hanging upside down. So shift the fear to faith this week as you make your decision. There's a choice that you have to make, and it may seem a bit risky, maybe even unorthodox. It's a risk. Some of you, there's a risk that you have to take, and you should take the risk. Follow your intuition, follow your gut, and you'll be led, and you'll be guided, and you'll be supported. Right? Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Everything's okay. It's okay. It's all working out in a beautiful way. So know that. Know that. Sometimes I let my accent, my way of talking come out. So I'm not clear. I don't articulate all the time. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Not excuse me. Excuse me. Anyway, Faries, any other messages for number 3s this week? Whom do you need? Wait a minute now. I'm not finna give them all these cards. Okay, I'm just gonna show you it briefly. I'm not gonna dive into all the cards. You just pick up on what you feel like is for you. You got love life. Again, I was talking about that. Love, work, balance, making a decision, Some of you are in this happy state and you just, look, you got new career came up. Some of you in this happy state and you need to balance in that work relationship balance. For some of you, if the relationship is not supportive of where you're trying to go, you got to make that decision. You got to gather perspective about it. Whom do you need to forgive? There's a risk here. This risk could be about business and career. This risk could also be a new relationship, and you're guarded. You're feeling guarded. You're afraid to branch into it. You're afraid to step into the new because of past. I just said I wasn't going to go into all of these, but it's what's coming up. So whom do you need to forgive so that you can experience? So you can experience the castle. Who do you need to forgive? What resentment are you still holding on to? Let it go this week. Do some affirmations and release it. I am loved and I am capable of being loved. I am capable of receiving love. I receive love. I step into love. Whatever it is, you define the affirmation for yourself this week and speak it every day this week. Put it on your phone. Put it on your wallpaper. Set reminders. Put it on your mirror with sticky notes. Whatever you got to do to get it into your system, to get it into your subconscious. I'm telling y'all. And then we got debt paid off. So again, for some of you who are shifting into business, into new ideas, it could even be the person that you're with. Maybe you're going into business together. It's a positive. You're feeling a little bit scared. It's a risk. Baby, it's only positivity on the other side. Yep. That's all I have for y'all this week. Everybody, thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this reading. Leave a comment on YouTube, please. Like the video, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to my channel, and invite your friends to experience the family over here. All right? That's all I have for you guys. Thank you very much.